All right, 1020 Longs Peak Avenue. Let's start out front here. We have a little bit of cloud cover today, which is definitely not necessarily one of the 300 days of sunshine today, but it's still beautiful out here. So let's talk about Longs Peak. Okay, you guys know that's Main Street down there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Down there, but that is going to be Main Street. Okay, and then Longs Peak is not a through street, so it runs right into that church right there. You either have to go right or left, which is going to help cut down on the traffic of this particular street here. And then on the west side of the home, you have Gay Street, which is going to be right over here. And look at this. This is awesome right here. These are natural wildflowers right here. Very low maintenance, which is always a plus. So here's Gay Street right here. Again, Gay Street is not a full through street. You end up down there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, boom. So you got to go right or you got to left right there. And so this is the street corner right here. But let's turn around and take a look at this beautiful 1924 home here. Very charming inside and outside. We'll do a quick exterior walk. Now, if you look at this home, they have pretty much redone a lot of, the exterior painting, exterior finishes, things like that. One of the things that is going to come up on an inspection is that you see right here where the dirt actually is pushed up against the siding. The siding is just going to suck up the moisture. So if you water this, your siding is going to suck it up, although it is painted and sealed. So that is going to be good. If you look up here, typical 1920s construction, there's no soffit up there, which you don't need. It's just, this looks like right here, they actually had the gutters moved right here. That's a gutter tie right there. And then this is just going to drain out. And then because the concrete is sloped, that's going to slope away from the home. Yeah, some cracks in the concrete, pretty normal looking things. Let's test a couple of these windows. These windows do appear to be original wooden windows in here. Now this is not necessarily, yep, those are single pane. So single pane windows are not going to hold. There's no thermal barrier in that window. So typically in a double pane window, you're gonna have a thermal barrier. That's why it's double paned, is it's actually filled with gas in order to stop heat transfer or cold transfer. And we've got a nice little shed back here. I mean, the property's definitely very charming. Let me say that the least. All right, Singer car garage. Looks like they updated it because they actually put some MDF sheeting up there, which is good. That's going to help out with snow load and keep your shingles attached during some of the storms that we might get passing through here. And there's some extra shingles over there in the corner. Here's what this yard looks like from inside of the yard here. And it looks like they've got fresh paint. They've got the downspouts pushing water out, which is good to see. And then this right here does appear to be an irrigation system. I am unable to detect where that is going. There's a little piece of siding that's kind of pushed out here. Oh, it's a wasp nest right there. Good. I am a complete idiot. I just go sticking my fingers wherever. So this just needs to be tacked down. Nothing too concerning here. But let's get the heck inside of this house, because this is when the property really comes alive. Boom. So you guys saw that from Long's Peak coming right in here. So in this home, look at this. You walk right in, you've got your living room here, and these floors are original floors. So in this original floors, you are gonna have some swelling. You are gonna have places to where you have some people who tried to patch it up in the past. It does not look bad. It looks exactly like it should. Now you can go refinish these, but again, some people want to refinish them and have them look really nice, and other people like myself really enjoy the patina and the feel of a very well lived in home. You know, I think it's beautiful, but I get it if you guys don't feel the same way. So this would be the front first bedroom. Here again, single pane windows. At some point, even if they're working, you want to make the home a little bit more efficient. That is something you could easily do. Fairly good sized closet in here, which actually I was very surprised to see that. Pretty charming little space. Oh, that wood burning stove right there. Let me tell you, if you burn wood, okay, you don't have to worry about these single pane windows, because that wood burning stove right there is going to heat this house thoroughly. So here we have your formal dining room right here, or you could use this as an extension of the living room. And you hear the creaking in these floors, guys. These are original. 1924, I believe, is the date that this home was built. So these floors, people have been walking on these floors for over 100 years, which is actually very kind of cool to think about. Obviously, you've got these arches that they don't have in homes anymore. And then we're coming into bedroom number 2. Pretty much the same size as what bedroom number 1 was. One of the key touches that they did in this home, another fairly good sized closet in here. So they need to put up a place to hang clothes in here, but one of the things that I like about this is they kept the patina floor, but then they put in this modern style, very tall trim. It just gives it a really good modern look right next to the historic look of those floors. And let's cruise in here and check this kitchen out. So kitchen pretty good. I like what they did with the colors right there. This looks to be some LVP. I don't believe that that's tile. If it is tile, it definitely doesn't feel like it. Oh man, I can't get this floor vent out. Bummer. So let's talk about the counters. Okay. This, I'm not quite sure what kind of material that is, but let me tell you what, it looks good and it feels good. It's not stone, because I can feel the ridge on the bottom of it here. It might actually be a laminate. But anyway, it looks pretty good. You've got your dishwasher, stove, range hood, no microwave in here, but you would have a place to put that if you did need it, because you can put it right where that vent hood is. And then we've got the bathroom here. These are this. I don't believe that's actually tile. I think that's a vinyl of some sort. Maybe I can check this. So these are not tile. They are vinyl planks, which is fantastic. They're lighter, they're scratch resistant, and they give you a little bit of a warmer feel underfoot. That is a definite high-end appliance right there. And then here is bedroom number 3. This bedroom's got quite a bit more light on it. It is a little bit smaller than the other bedrooms in the home. And this would be considered an office because it does not have a closet. Give you a shot of this. And then through the home this way is how that looks. Very striking. You just see all the way through all 3 rooms. Pretty darn good layout right there. And let's go ahead and head downstairs here. So you have this nice little rear entry back here. So you're coming in from the backyard. You know, you got some snow on your shoes or whatnot. You want to put your boots down there. You know, hang up some coats or clothes there. Storage, and this also is quote unquote, probably you could use this for your kitchen pantry. And oh my gosh, look at this. We found a brand new window in there. So that's how you replace those, because if you look right here, there is the double pane. I'm actually pushing that, but you can see that there's about an inch gap there between the outside, and there's another piece of glass on the outside of that. In between there is inert gas that stops thermal transfer. And you've got a big family room down here. I mean, big compared to the rest of the house. And it does look like you have vinyl windows that were replaced down here. So down here, I'm not quite sure what the heck they did. There's some gap between the trim piece there and the carpet. That happens one of 2 ways. First way is they rip out carpet and then replace with new carpet, which I would say is probably what happened here. And they didn't remove the trim to do that. And the carpet mat or the carpet thickness, this carpet is thinner than the previous carpet, and therefore you have those gaps. Could easily be fixed. You rip it off the wall, you lower it about a 1/2 inch, done deal. Then you got to recaulk it. So here we actually get to see some of the foundation and some of the structure, which is really good to see. And you've got your washer and dryer down here. Now that dryer looks like it is also historic right there. So you've got your water heater here as well. This is looks to me to be new because it is installed correctly with the correct blow-off valve right there, and then your expansion tank, which is a newer building code. And of course, guys, you are going to have this concrete is going to be cracked all throughout this. But remember, this is just the slab of the home here. So you do have what's called delamination, which is the top portion of the concrete, or what they call the cream, and it just basically chips off over the years. It's in the basement of your house. Not something I would be, up in arms about, that's for sure. Shot of this room one more time. All right, guys, let me know what the heck you think about this beautiful historic home, and let me know what we need to do. We'll talk soon.